Hi, my name is Jennifer Mejia, and my parents are Colombian. They came to America as immigrants. Since I was 7 years old, I've been working with my mom cleaning houses, and up till this day, I clean houses with her to pay for my books. During high school, my father was in process of deportation, and that was a struggle for 2 years, and I even had to see him wear an ankle bracelet during house arrest. It actually came to a point with the deportation process that it was, do I leave to Colombia and ruin the opportunity I have here, or do I stay? So my decision, my choice was that I decided to stay even if I had to live with foster parents. So talking about foster parents, when I go to Colombia, I actually see children eating out of trash cans, and there's mothers laying on the streets, with their babies asking for food. So this has actually motivated me to have inspiration to actually become like a doctor, because that's, my major is biology, and to actually, help students, and, children that need help internationally. So that's the story.
Great.
I grew up in Miami, Florida. My parents are originally from Montgomery, Alabama. And my story of self started at North Miami Beach Senior High School. In the 12th grade, in high school, I took every single advanced placement class there was under the sun. The question is, where did that lead me? And that left me with a certificate of attendance, because I didn't graduate with a high school diploma. That affected me because I felt a failure. I felt that I didn't accomplish anything. And I felt that was the end of the road. So, in August it's funny because I started the GE program the day I turned 18. So once I turned 18, I signed up for the GE program at my Dade North campus. And it took me 6 months to get my GED. I started next year and the fall term, and I was stuck in remedial courses because they felt that I didn't know the information, but I know what's on the test, and I got the GED prep in less than a semester. Miami-Dade prep less than a semester. My story also helps because I'm dyslexic. So it's hard for me to understand reading and concepts and numbers. So it's a bit hard for me to go in prep classes where all these numbers and all these things are thrown at you and you can't understand. So that's my story of self.
Because he ended the story with his dyslexia. That was a challenge. You should have said that before getting, through all the trouble. So I was like, why did he end on that was a weird note to end on. It was like sad.
Yeah, you kind of threw that at the end there a little bit. And what was the outcome? I don't think we heard, did anybody hear an outcome? I mean, obviously the fact that you're here, right? So maybe you want to touch a little bit more about that.
My name is Annetta, and my story itself started as a young child. Growing up, I was always in remedial classes, all the way up to middle school, about 6th grade. They was gonna fail me, but my mom paid like $500 for me to go to summer school, and I went up. I'm nervous. I'm sorry. So I finally this is me in high school, seeing my cousins, because we're like years apart. They graduated, they went to college themselves, but they dropped out like their first semester, and there was always like an idol to me to see them drop out. It was very hard, because here I am I'm in remedial classes. I want to see somebody else so that I can be inspired. But I chose to motivate myself to keep going. And 12th grade, I applied to 3 colleges: UCF, USF, and FSU, and I got rejected because of low scores. And I felt like a failure. I felt like I was going to give up, but I chose not to. And I chose not to, and here I am in Miami-Dade, and I feel like accomplished. off this because I didn't let the remedial classes or the rejection get to me at all. So, yeah.
Great, thank you.
Related to her was getting rejected by universities and stuff. So I also had to take, because I had to take remedial classes, so I had to end up in Miami-Dade, which gave me an opportunity just like it gave her.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Juan. This is my story itself. My story starts with my grandmother making a decision to come here to the United States. Her husband he was an American citizen, so she, through him, was able to acquire a visa to come here. So she struggled a lot. She managed to bring her kids here, my mom and her siblings. And later on in life, my mom decided to go back to the Dominican Republic, where I'm originally from. And she got married, she went to school. But once she saw that she started to have kids, she wanted a better future for us. So she decided to come back to the United States, have us here, because she knew that later on in life, it would be something better for us to be American citizens. But after she had us, she moved back to the Dominican Republic to be with her husband, my father. So after a few years of us living there, I went to school. She found out she had stones in her kidney, so she had to move back to the United States to get surgery. And after a few years of me being there, I was about 8, she brought us here to the United States, and I struggled a lot because we had to move from house to house, school to school, and I never really fit in because every time I went to a new school, I was new, I didn't know anybody. My English was not good, so I struggled with that. And then later on, we were struggling a lot economically, so we moved back to the United States, and she had already separated from my father, so we lived alone with my siblings. And after I graduated from high school, I made a decision to come back because I saw my parents struggling. Even though they had college degrees, they were lawyers, they still struggled economically. So I knew that if I came here to study, it would be better for me. I'll have a better future.
Time.
Game over.
Thank you, Juan.
Good afternoon, class. My story itself starts in Miami Jackson. I was in the 12th grade, and me and my friends decided to join the wrestling team. Now, why would a kid who's 5'7", under 140 pounds, decide to join the wrestling team? For fun. So I decided, hey, why not do something that I've always thought I had fun doing? So I joined. First day I threw up. It was pretty intense, more than I expected. But I decided to continue going. So I would see the coach, hey coach, how's it going? Am I getting better? He'd be, hey, yeah, you're doing better, you're natural, yeah, you're doing better. So, I would practice. And no matter how hard I practiced, it would seem, I kept on losing. I started at 140 pounds, like 5 pounds heavier than I already was. And those people were buff. I didn't understand how people that size, my weight class, were bigger than me. But I kept on going anyways. And I lost. I kept on losing, and I kept on losing. And I was thinking, it got to the point where I'm in the 12th grade, I've never wrestled before. How would I be able to catch up to kids who have been wrestling their entire lives? And I just figured, what is the point of doing something you won't ever be good at? But then I wrestled this kid at, I can't remember what the school was, I think it was Southridge. The match lasted like 5 seconds. He beat me 8 points, pin, and I left there thinking, you know what, that was a good loss because I tried my best. And even though I was wrestling very softly and the coach, harder, you can do it. There was something there saying, you know what, Edward, even though you lost, you can do it again. You can try again. And then I went to wrestle this kid who was, I swear, was like 5 inches taller than me at Miami Central. And we started, and he was like a caveman. Boom! I fell down. And I'm thinking, okay, got up. All right, okay. We won again. I hit him in the head. Oh,
I wanted to know more, right?
Reality, it's hard, but everybody got through it. And I just really admire that from everybody here. and I'm gonna use that to inspire myself. Through.
It's good to be able to have that constructive like feedback, to be able to have someone be able to like get to the story quicker, so you can really figure out what the outcome was. You know, how did, you know, what is it related to the challenge? You know, where's the outcome gonna, you know, essentially go? You know, where's it projected to go? You know, to really find out what the overall moral was.
It's always difficult sharing your personal story to people that are not family members or friends, because you know they don't know you. And I found it actually easier because, you know, it was a judgment-free zone, and I feel like I can trust them with my story, and I can trust the group, and I can relate to them.
Everybody had like the challenges, but it's for them to motivate themselves and say, hey, you know, I have to get away from this, and I have to allow myself to become better and to never stop and never give up.